o'clock it is, and I did get the weather back. And we're looking at 70 degrees, and this edition of Gila 1019 News and Comment being brought to you by Zen's Cafe for casual neighborhood dining. Yeah, they're $3.99 breakfast specials. They open at 6 in the morning, but they really start getting busy at 7. I guess that's when the world's good morning clock kicks in. And a little reminder that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, kids eat free at Zen's. Well, what have our supervisors done? Let's find out.
The Gila County Board of Supervisors held a special meeting on Tuesday morning. Chairman Tommy Martin introduced Reverend Lynn Ritchie of the Payson Nazarene Church, who gave the second invocation of this year, alluding to God's approval of the Board of Supervisors. Reverend Ritchie thanked God for the wisdom you have given them because of your approval of their appointment. Back in April, Pastor Joe Hiddle from Payson also spoke of God's favor for the elected officials, and they're taking the flack from people who don't know what they're talking about. All 3 supervisors' districts are up for election by the people this year. Budget hearings were open to the public, but since no member of the public actually spoke out from either Payson or Globe, the hearings were short. A $1,869,000 budget was approved for the county library district, and a maximum of $96,468,000 was approved for Gila County's fiscal year as a whole. According to County Manager Don McDaniels, expenses and revenue are reduced by 6% in the general fund, but there's a slightly higher overall budget because of grants and funding from other agencies. The board also voted to approve $85,000 in grant contracts for the First Things First early literacy program. The program educates parents and provides young children with books to read. There are 1,380 children enrolled in the program. A homeless shelter may one day come to the Globe area. The board approves seeking an application for state funding to acquire and rehabilitate a multi-family apartment complex for transitional housing. Supervisor Mike Pastor asked if the county had any special agreements with the City of Globe for the proposed project, and Melissa Buzan of the Community Services Department said no. Next, the board approved another application to the state for assistance with long-range transportation planning. If successful, the grant could reach as much as $250,000. Under the state's rules, funds are limited to planning applications and may not be used for the design or construction of transportation facilities. However, there's no matching funds requirement for the county. Joe Heatherly from the Finance Department brought forward the last 2 items on the regular agenda. The board approved advertising for janitorial contracts in local newspapers and awarded a contract for liquid asphalt supplies to Cactus Transportation. The consent agenda was approved without discussion. Highlights included approving continued grant funding for low-income weatherization and for victim assistance. In the current events wrap-up, Supervisor Mike Pastor and Chairman Tommy Martin spoke of meetings with officials regarding ASARCO's continued attempts at swapping land with the Bureau of Land Management to expand mining operations. Chairman Martin was hopeful that the negotiations could be completed by June of 2013. That's your Supervisor's Report on KJ AM 1240 and Gila 1019 KQSS.
And just hand-delivered, put in my little mitts here, is a notice that Holy Angels Catholic Church presents the first annual Pastries in the Park Dessert Auction. Now, actually, it's not the first annual. It really should be called the inaugural Pastries in the Park, but let's not pick at things when there are delicious pies, cakes, cookies, brownies, and more delectable goodies to the highest bidder. Saturday the 21st, they're going to start at 4 in the afternoon until all the goodies are going, and that's in downtown Globe Memorial Park. It says City Park. It's really Veterans Memorial Park on Pine.
It's a known fact. Breakfast is your most important